just like, look at these crazy mountains. I'm glad I don't like to climb mountains. You're a mountain climber, right? I like machines.
You like heights.
Going up or going down. You know, I've been down to see the Titanic. Yeah.
I think he made it.
With a nuclear icebreaker.
I think he made it in the record books, actually, for the man with the most ups and downs. No pun intended.
Yeah, right.
But so, Buzz, you know...
How are we going to get all these people in line? Maybe someone's going to figure out how to do that. Yeah, these people have been in the business for a while.
Put a man on the moon.
I think we can line people up somehow, yeah. Except we're going to try and figure out how to get the Chinese on the moon and help them do that so they can spend all their money going to the moon. And once they got money, you go to Mars.
You really are.
Do you know what comedy is, or something that attracts attention and causes somebody to think? It's taking a normal situation and throwing in an absurdity, and then treating it as if nothing happened. So next time when somebody gets up as a comic, see if that isn't kind of the way they do it. Now, I did that on the moon. And it's remarkable within one sentence you get two gotchas. See, when they said, Tranquility Base, you're cleared for liftoff, I said, Roger, Houston, we're #1 on the runway. There wasn't any #2, and there sure wasn't any runway. Well, I think the contrast between the magnificence of the human species, being able to crawl down from the trees and rub sticks together and get a fire and find that you can boil water and get that to run something that's got wheels on it that roll, and then you can get the black stuff out of the ground and make it work even better. And then you put a propeller on something that's got wings and you fly and you find a rocket and send it up in the sky, put a spacecraft on it, and then you send a spacecraft to the moon. And two guys get out and walk around. What a tribute to the ingenuity and the progress of the human species. That's just magnificent. What we were looking at hadn't changed in hundreds of thousands of years. The same thing. Maybe another centimeter of dust from the little micrometeoroids bombarding all the time. But certainly none of the craters were fresh. Black sky. You couldn't see where we were because the sun was out. You couldn't see the stars. Except that thing called the Earth was up above us. And it stays there all the time. It doesn't move. But the sun, 14 days, gets very, very hot. 14 days gets very, very cold. And that happens over and over. Thousands of years, and it still looks the same. What a lifeless, desolate spot. I sure wouldn't want to put up housekeeping in a place like that. Mars is much better. But magnificent desolation was a description, and if you think about it a little bit, it's not that much different from Neil's observation. A man makes a small step, but it's a giant leap for mankind. Mankind coming from the trees, and now the humans up there doing human things, we take a step. So that's the way we name things, and in some ways, it's a metaphor of my life, because certainly, coming back from being on the moon was an apex, was a magnificent apex in my life.
Yeah, the pinnacle you reached, the pinnacle of Apollo.
And from that point on, it started maybe not working out all that well as I started making my own choices about things. The Air Force didn't have all that great assignment for me. I retired from the Air Force, and that was like going from the frying pan into the fire, because I was left unstructured. After West Point is a classmate of mine. After West Point is very structured, and you know what to do. You know what the objective is. You're working with a team, and now all of a sudden I got to decide what I'm supposed to do next. And having inherited depression from my mother's side of the family, her father committed suicide. He was a chaplain before I was born, and then she committed suicide the year before I went to the moon. And I inherited some of those tendencies when things are just not